What's going on, everybody? Erica here. Welcome to the first video in the lighting series that you don't need those filters. You just need to learn how to light yourself. One of the things that I see with a lot of people is that they just don't know how to light themselves and the number of different ways that you can light yourself with a lot of different types of light. So today, as the title of this video says, we are going to talk about ring lights. Ring lights are very popular for a couple of really good reasons. One of the first ones being is that they're relatively affordable. Now, I say relatively because, of course, you can go above and beyond, okay? But you don't have to. Ring lights are probably, in my opinion, one of the two most affordable lights. The other type of lights we'll talk about later because today it's all about the ring lights. You can also readily get ring lights a lot of different places. I've seen them in Target, I've seen them in Walmart's, and you can even get them on Amazon, which we know that Amazon is a lot of our preferred vendor because you can usually get it in 1 or 2 days. So we're going to talk all about ring lights. I'm going to show you how to work a ring light, the different elements that you can look for in a ring light that will work for you, and how to make the ring light work for you. So if you're interested, keep watching. Okay, so ring lights, what are they? They are simply lights in a ring, right? You know, sometimes things are named and names don't make sense. This name makes plenty of sense because it's literally a light that's a circle, aka a ring. I have one here to show you. This is a ring light. This is a big ring light. You do not have to get one this big, but this is the one that I have. So this is a ring light. It's in a circle. That's literally what it is. Most ring lights, and I say most because, you know, it's kind of scary saying all, but most ring lights are LED lights, meaning that you don't have light bulbs, they are electronically lit, okay? And so that's how ring lights are able to do a lot of things that they're able to do. So this essentially is a ring light. Ring lights come in all different sizes. This, I believe this is an 18-inch ring light, either 16 or 18-inch ring light. Ring lights come in smaller ones that you can attach to your phone, even ones that are bigger than this. So one of the reasons why I like Amazon when you're searching for ring lights is because you have almost all of the different types and sizes of ring lights available to you. So ring lights come in all sizes. Now, how do you know what size ring light you want? Good question. So first, I would say, what is your budget? That's going to be the big identifier as to which size ring light works for you. What is your budget? Is your budget $25? Is your budget $200? That's going to be the best thing that you can do. Secondly is you want to think about how portable do I want this ring light? Do you want something where if you're interested in vlogging, which is recording what you're doing when you're out and about, if you're interested in something like that, you may want to look for a smaller size that you can put in a backpack or a purse. But if you're going to be somebody that's recording yourself sitting down in one location like I am right now, you can probably get away with a bigger light because you're most likely not going to be in the car or on a plane or at a park. You know what I mean? Things like that. So that's the second thing, is how are you going to be using this ring light? So once you decide those two things, it will pretty much give you an idea of what kind of ring light you're going to want to get. Now I'm going to show you the functionalities of a ring light using a ring light that I have, because most ring lights have these options. Now the ring light I have has more options than some, but most ring lights have it. So you'll be able to get to know your ring light following this video that I'm putting together for you. So let's jump in. Okay, first is the power source. So some ring lights are USB powered, meaning you can have one of those portable battery chargers. You can plug it into your computer. Some of them you can even plug into the car, the cigarette outlet. I forget what they're actually called now, but that's what it is in your car. This doesn't work with all of them, but some of the smaller ones, it definitely does work. So if you're looking for one that you can take with you that's more portable, you're going to want to have a USB ring light. This ring light that I have with me is an outlet. I have to plug it into a wall. But again, I film sitting down, usually inside a location. And so that works for me. So that's the first thing. This is plug in. It's actually plugged into the wall right now, so you cannot see it. But this is an outlet ring light, but there are USB ring lights. Okay, let's move on. The first functionality you want to make sure that your ring light has is dim, if it's dimmable or not, meaning how bright or not bright you can turn it. Now mine has two knobs, and this knob right here is dimmable. My ring light is on right now, but my knob is turned all the way down. This ring light does get fairly bright, so I'm going to try not to blind you, but if I turn, and my camera is going to adjust, so that's just what's happening, but it actually gets fairly bright. Now I'm pretty sure you can see how bright this is because the rest of the screen has gone dark because my camera automatically adjusts, okay? So this is important to make sure that your ring light can dim because it will help you make sure you're lit in any kind of circumstance. So if I was to turn my main power light source off, now you see I have colored lights right here, and the TV is actually on, and we have some light coming in through the blinds because I am filming during the daytime, and I do have a ceiling light on over there, but whatever. I turned my main light source off. If I turn this up, you see it actually takes longer for me to get dark. Now I'm getting dark, okay? I'm looking at my monitor over here. That's what I'm looking at. So this actually more accurately shows how bright this light gets, okay? Most ring lights, there we go. Most ring lights actually get pretty bright, even USB ones, even the smaller ones. So most of them have this capability. Some of them do not though, but I would suggest getting a ring light where you can adjust how bright or how not so bright your ring light is. That way you can make sure that no matter where you are, you're well lit. The next thing you're going to want to look for is something that does not always come with the ring lights, okay? But this is important, especially for those of us who have some melanin in our skin. It is adjusting the color temperature. Now, you may have a knob that is a smooth fluid knob like I have, just like my dimmable one. It just continuously, it's almost an infinite amount of options. Or there are some ring lights where you have just a click where there's three options. It will be a bluish color, a yellowish color, and then a whitish color. The whitish color is daylight. That is what we call daylight. That is usually, it's trying to mimic the light as if you were outside, okay? So this is actually a good example. You see the color of the light that's coming in through my blinds. It's white, but it's not really white. It's kind of a little bit off-white. And it's not really the best because it is bouncing off my blinds, which are white. But trust me, okay? Just think about how usually everybody, actually no, I could say this, everybody looks good in daylight, okay? It just is. It's soft. That means it's spread out over a larger area, which makes you look more flawless. It makes you look prettier. Everybody looks good in daylight. And so if you're ever not sure, or you're ever not like, why do I look that weird color? Just start with daylight, okay? You're most likely to look good in that. However, those of us who have olive undertones or golden undertones, sometimes you will notice in certain lights you look green or you look orange. That is because of the undertone of your skin. For those of us that wear makeup, this is something that we are familiar with because undertones is a big thing with makeup. It's actually a big thing with lighting too. If you're ever not sure how to find your undertone, I will have a link in the description bar where even if you don't wear makeup, it will help you kind of figure that out. Because if you are paler skinned or have more olivey tone, you're probably going to lean toward the bluish color of the light, okay? If you have more melanin, like my skin tone, a little bit lighter than me, darker than me, if your skin tone is yellowish, more golden, even sometimes more neutral, you will look better in the yellowish light, okay? So I am going to show you this. It may not show up the best on camera with my light, but I will make sure to input some examples. So right now we are looking at, actually, let me do this. Okay. Right now, it's going to turn, you can kind of see. I'm looking at my monitor to see. Okay, yeah, you can see. Okay, so right about here is about the daytime tone. If you look at actually right here, I don't know if you see my finger, but where my blinds, the light coming through my blinds is, it matches, okay? So this is like the neutral. If you're not sure, start here. If we go more this way, you will notice that there is a blue tint. It's actually not picking up the greatest on camera, but it actually is pretty blue, okay? So it's the difference between blue and here. You can also, let me turn this down so you can see me. Hi. You can also attribute blue light to like the lights in gyms or in schools. Normally they have the bluish color lights, okay? So it's not like blue light from like your phones have blue light, your TVs, your computers, those are blue light technology. Like the actual color of the light is what I'm talking about. So then the opposite of that is the yellow, which is tungsten. And we're gonna turn this up so I go away. I'm gonna turn, and you can kind of see, especially on the outer. Now it is evenly yellow on my ring light. It's just how my camera is picking it up. But on the edges, you can definitely see the yellow. It is all the way like at the extreme, so it actually looks kind of orange. But you just gotta trust me. You're good. You just gotta trust me, okay? Now, people that have melanin in their skin, I'm gonna sit this down for a second. People that have melanin in their skin, even if you have a tan, this goes for you too. If you turn the dial a little bit toward the yellow, or if you click the option a little bit toward the yellow, not all the way, but a little bit, it's actually going to bring your skin tone, your tan, your richness in your skin out. And so you can start at the middle where it kind of matches the daylight, like the light coming through my blinds, and then kind of just do a notch or two toward the yellow and just see how it looks. I can't think of an instance where you would do the whole extreme where it looked orange on my ring light, unless you're trying to go for like a stylized type, like a very specific style, like it's creative freedom type thing. But if you're just trying to look your best on camera, look your richest on camera, you can turn it up a little bit toward the yellow. Now, a tip for those who don't have melanin in their skin, if you find yourself looking pale, or even people that do, normally during winter, we all say, oh, I look so pale, you know what I mean? A tip you can do is to notch it over toward the yellow side, toward the tungsten side, and it will give you some warmth in your skin. Now, if you find yourself looking too orange in your viewfinder of your camera or of your phone, please turn it down. Please don't say that. Well, Erica said to be orange. No, I didn't say to be orange, okay? If you turn the dial a little bit, it will bring out the richness in your skin. It will make you look less pale and just make you look more alive, all right? But again, these are just general rules. If you find that you're not looking like yourself, like your skin tone is not yourself, you're looking too dark, too light, too pale, too oversaturated, just turn and play with it, okay? You will find the setting that works best for you. And remember, as the sun comes out, because we are in spring, we're getting towards summer, we all get tans to some degree. We all get tans, and so you may have to adjust it as your skin adjusts. But that's why you have those notches, whether it's a dial like mine or a clicker with set levels like some other ring lights have. So that is ring light color temperature. Hopefully that helped. If you have any questions about that, leave it down below. Okay, last but not least, assembly. You need something for your ring light to stand on, okay? More than likely, this is going to be a tripod. If you buy your ring light off of Amazon, more than likely, not all the time, so please make sure you read the description, but more than likely, your ring light comes with a tripod. It can be a tabletop tripod. It could be a mini tripod. I would please look in the description, read the description to see what size tripod comes with your ring light to make sure that is adequate enough for whatever you're using. If you buy a smaller ring light, more than likely it's going to be a smaller tripod. Okay, so smaller tripod meaning it's not as high and literally smaller. All right, I buy a ring light that's smaller and it comes with a tripod. Cool, it could work with what I'm working with. But then let's say later on I upgrade to a big tripod. That smaller or bigger ring light, excuse me, that smaller tripod is not going to hold this. So you need to make sure that you have the tripod that works with your ring light. If yours doesn't come with a ring light, make sure you can just type in tripod for ring light. Okay, especially if you're on Amazon or Target or Walmart, you can literally search that and you'll come up with it. What you'll need to do is make sure that the weight limit of the tripod that you're getting matches the weight of your ring light. Where is the weight of your ring light? In the description, okay? So make sure your tripod can handle it. So if you get a ring light like mine, like a big one like this is actually the tripod that came with it, okay? So as you can see, this is the base. It opens up and let me loosen this up like this. So it has a wider base so that the weight from the ring light can be evenly distributed throughout the tripod and it won't tip over. Okay, so that's really, really important. This one also has two sections where it has this base section where it can, and I'm just pulling it up like this. And then it has this section with this one where, actually, let me bring this down some so you can see it. This part also comes up, okay? So this one can go pretty high. So again, that's also why I needed a tripod with a bigger base, because the higher it goes, the higher I have my ring light up, the more like spread out the weight needs to be divided so that it does not tip over, all right? So then this has an insert where the tripod goes, and this tightens it. We're gonna loosen it. We're gonna tighten it as tight as it can go without stripping it. You don't want to strip it, okay? And then it's on there really securely, all right? So it doesn't matter how high I put it, it won't tip over. The other thing that this one has as far as the assembly goes that a lot of other tripods don't have is this lever right here. This is another reason why I like this one. It actually lets it tilt back and forth, okay? And I can tighten it in any position, all right? So that's one of the reasons why I like this tripod specifically. So I hope that helped. I hope that helped explain ring lights are and the things that you need to look for. Look in the description box. I will leave a couple of links down below. I will find an alternate to this one because I know that this model is not available anymore. So I will link as close to the one as I can find it. But I did get this one off of Amazon a couple years ago. And it's still living, it's still kicking, it's still going, okay? So I will also leave a couple of options for some smaller ring lights, but don't just take what I give you unless it's what you want, but use it as a starting point, okay? So if you have any questions, please make sure you leave it down below. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this helped. If you have any questions, make sure you leave them in the comment section. Once a month, I'm going to live stream a Q&A with a video producer where I will answer the questions that I get from the different videos that I produce that month. So make sure you leave them down below. There's no such thing as a stupid question, because sometimes even when you search for Google and some answers may come up, sometimes it still doesn't quite explain it. So I would rather you ask me the question below and then I can explain it during the live Q&A and you can get your question answered. So that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you subscribe if you're interested in finding out how else you can use lighting and all of the exciting, great series that I have coming up. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Bye.